I want to make it clear that I'm talking about developing a personal brand in relation to your career, which I intend to help you to grow and manage successfully. So the point I'm making there is that entrepreneurs may have a slightly different view on their personal brand, what they're trying to present, what they're trying to achieve. And as you get to know me, you will get to know my thoughts on these fucking side hustling influencers, etc., who add no value to other people's lives, and they just put a whole lot of garbage on various different social media platforms, okay? So that's a little parameter that I just wanted to put in place. Now, what is also quite important is that I'm a great believer that anybody can develop a personal brand. It's as equally important for senior people as it is for young people, etc. So this video can be for our graduate community. It can be for our mid-career people. It can be for senior people, okay? So let's get stuck into it. I'm going to give you 5 preparation tips for developing your own personal brand. Number 1, what do I stand for? Who am I? What do I stand for? You'll hear me saying that a lot, okay? Now, this is very important because at the end of the day, once you get an idea on who you are and what you stand for, it'll allow you to grow your career in the direction that you want to go in, okay? So let's get clarity of thought in terms of what we stand for as a person, what we stand for professionally, and who we're trying to help in our career, okay? Now, just with that in mind, you will hear in life that there are 2 types of people, okay? There are people who use other people to benefit themselves, and there are the people who use themselves to benefit other people. So I very much would like to think that I'm in the category of helping others. And I think you, as you grow your career, would like to be in the category of helping others also. So the important thing there is that we develop a brand that people see as being trustworthy and helpful. It will continue to grow our reputation both in the marketplace and a reputation for our career as well. Now, in saying that, I'm also going to teach you to be quite street smart so that you can actually not just develop a brand that helps other people, but you're also going to develop a brand that helps yourself. How do we develop a brand that hits the right people for our career going forward, who will get to know us, who can help us on our career journey? Number 2, what skills do I currently have? What knowledge do I currently have that I can help other people with? And then as a result of that, what skills would I like to develop further in order to help people in the longer term and grow my career and grow my professional brand and grow my reputation? So if you're a student, if you're early career, if you're mid-career, you'll have some skill set already. Let's have a think about what can we start doing to show people that we've got knowledge. The other thing I would say to you, it's never a bad thing to develop a little bit of an obsession with what you want to do in your career. I want you to go in a direction that you're passionate about, okay? When you're developing a knowledge, when you're developing a career base, I want you to have a think about your career in terms of you feeling good about yourself, not necessarily following one of these industry fads. Now, what I mean by that is that if you look, for example, at the IT game, I mean, you get these fads that come and go, and once these fads die on their arse, well, you're no longer a relevant subject matter expert. I can hit you with a little bit of a cynical thought and say, for all you guys and ladies out there who are in the IT game, when was the last time you heard anyone talking about cloud computing? It's all AI, AI, AI. Every man and his dog has got an opinion on AI. The way you listen to some of these jokers talking, you could think that AI could solve third world debt, okay? Now, let me be very clear. I'm going to do videos on AI, how it'll help you in your career. It's a great research tool, etc., etc. I've got several ideas in terms of skills, soft skills in particular, that we need to develop in order to keep our career going forward in what I would call the new AI era. However, my point is this. If you're going to develop a subject matter expertise around AI at the minute, well, every man and his dog knows something about AI. Every man and his dog is talking about it on all the social media platforms, etc. So you need to have a very good view on it and a very good differentiator in order to get across your message and get heard above all the noise, okay? Very important. Number 3, who are my target audience? And a little clever piece of advice I give you there is who's my target audience now and who's my target audience going to be in the future, okay? So Target audience, I'm going to suggest to you that you've got 3 target audiences, okay? Number 1, you've got your peers and your mentees, okay? Now, peers are your own group, your own age group, your own career level, etc., etc. Mentees, even if you're young, by the way, why would you not want to mentor people? Why would you not want to give them good examples in their career, okay? Number 2, if you're in a client-facing role, I'm going to suggest that one of your target audiences is also your clients, your company clients, etc. What value can you add to them? What research have you done? What news? What new product upgrades? Don't be afraid to include clients in everything you do, because the more client-facing you are in life, the more successful you'll be in your career. Number 3, who are the people that we need to get on side with? Who are our targets that we need to get to know us so that they can help us on our career journey, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you guys to be a little bit street smart in this. I'm going to hit you with a concept called aspirational self-perception, which I've developed myself over years. I talk to a lot of people about it, and hopefully it actually helps them to clarify where they're at in their journey and where they're going to. So aspirational self-perception, very, very simple. You meet somebody on a Friday afternoon at a business function or at a party, and they say, John, what do you do? And you tell them, oh, I'm a sales rep for a NASDAQ listed software company, or I'm a management accountant for a logistics company, or I'm a project manager for a top bank in Australia or Singapore or in Nigeria, etc. Now, aspirational self-perception, what do you aspire to? What would you like to tell them you do if you met them in 5 years' time? Oh, I'm the VP for worldwide sales for a global software vendor, or I'm the program director across Asia Pacific for one of the tier 1 banks, or I'm the chief financial officer, chief financial controller for a large logistics company. That's your aspirational self-perception. That's what you aspire to. So the first thing I'm going to suggest to you, we talked today about this being a thinking video. Go and have a think about where you're at, where you want to go to. And once we define that, I'm going to give you some clever ideas then as to who are your targets, who are your role models, if you like, that we want to connect with, we want to comment on their posts, their feeds, etc. We want them to get to know who we are, etc. So that's aspirational self-perception. Number 4, let me give you some foundation pillars to think about in order for us to put our plan and our process in place. You know, foundation pillars. What is my reputation and what would I like it to be? Just you remember that it's not about you, it's about the people that you're trying to engage with, it's the people that you're trying to help. As you help other people, you help yourself, you grow your career, okay? So what is my reputation? What value do I add to other people? What would I like to add to other people's lives, etc. Number 2, within this foundation pillar series, how do I present myself? What's my narrative? What's my story? Okay? 3rd foundation pillar, what social media medium do I use? How do I present myself online? How to present myself in the marketplace? Now, let me give you a little bit of my own personal experience, which we can have a little bit of a laugh at. So, obviously, I've got 2 wonderful kids. They've been chasing me to go on social media about 12 months ago. I said, lads, I'm not doing that shite, etc., etc. That's for young people. Now, I then went from being a social media dinosaur to thinking I need to know everything. YouTube, TikTok, I can't Facebook, Instagram. I've never been on Instagram, etc., etc. The point is this. The one thing that I've learned is that I think you have to focus on one social media platform and get to know it inside out and backwards in terms of how you use it to the best of your ability. So I'm going to suggest to you that because of the fact that we work in a professional environment, our best networking platform, I think, is LinkedIn. I'm going to suggest to you that you focus on LinkedIn, developing your profile on LinkedIn, developing your brand on LinkedIn, start developing followers, etc., etc. And perhaps in 12 or 18 months' time, if you're happy with the way your LinkedIn profile and your brand's going there, then you can branch out. But that's the recommendation I would give you based on my own experience. Within the pillars, the 4th pillar, how do we develop consistency? Okay, now consistency comes in 2 forms. Number 1, what is our consistent message? Who are we targeting? Remember, I said to you, the peers and the mentees, the clients and the people that we want to take us on our journey, help us with our career. So we want to develop messages, information, content that actually is relevant to all those guys. We have to keep it focused. We can't be all things to all men. I'm going to suggest within those 3 groups, you probably get 3 or 4 pieces of key content that you can continually present. You develop a little schedule so that you're looking after all 3 groups, okay? Number 2 in terms of consistency is consistency of how regular you post, okay? Very, very simple. You get all these jokers, all these social media influencers who are telling you to post 10 times a day and you have to keep posting, okay? Now, I personally think that is a load of horse shit. I would rather you post once or twice a week and produce good quality content and get in the regular routine of posting at a particular time so that people see what you're doing, they look forward to it, etc. Once we do some of our practical videos on personal branding, the more practical side, I'll show you that you're going to have to comment and engage with people. That's time consuming as well, by the way. I'm not going to misrepresent that, but initially, let's get our thought process sorted out around consistency, okay? What are we going to post and how often are we going to post it? The 5th pillar within our foundation pillars is something that I feel very, very strongly about. And if you crack the code on this, you're going to have the most wonderful career. How do you connect with somebody both intellectually and emotionally? How do you connect with somebody both in the head and the heart? How do you get them connected with you so that they not only read your content, but they trust you and they look forward to getting your content because you're adding value to their life, okay? Not many people do that. I'm not going to claim that I'm perfect at it. I think I'm getting better at it. Hopefully you guys can see that I'm genuinely trying to help people. But that's the nirvana for us personal brand aspirees, if I can use that word, okay? So, point 5 is very, very simple. It's our concluding thought today. And I'm going to present it to you once again with the 3 R's, okay? Research, review, reinvent. Okay, we do our research. We want to develop a personal brand. Let's go and talk to some of our peers. Let's go and talk to our family. Let's go and talk to our colleagues. What do you guys see me at? What do you think I'm good at? What do I stand for, etc., etc.? Now, this is very important, right? You do have to be thick-skinned because if they give you a touch-up, that's not the end of the world. You may not get the message back that you're expecting. If you're expecting them to tell you that you're the most wonderful human being on the planet, you mightn't quite be there yet, but by the time you and I are finished, I can tell you you're going to be on your way. So that's your research, okay? Then you review. How do I feel about that? What do I have to do to change it? How do I feel about putting a plan together? What sort of plan can I put together, okay? Review. Then we reinvent. We're ready to go. We've done our research. We find out what people think about us. We find out what we have to do to go in the direction that we want to go in. We've reviewed it. Now we're going to reinvent. That's where we go away and we have a think about our plan and we start working out, who am I? What do I stand for? What do I want to stand for? Who's my target audience? Who are the people that I need to get on side with over the next 5 years that'll take me on my journey? Who do I aspire to be? Aspirational self-perception, okay? Now, I don't even have a copyright on that. I have never heard anybody else talking about aspirational self-perception, and I'm not being a clever bastard. But the point is, if you think about that, I'm very keen for you to use some of the little ideas that we work on together, because once you work out what you aspire to, you then see role models. What's their background? Who have they worked for? What courses have they done? What do they post? You're getting the best example on the planet of somebody who's where you want to be, and you can look at their personal brand and say, right, I am going to follow that. I'm going to develop a plan that's similar to that, okay? Now, let me conclude by saying this. Career guidance with John Waters. I'm an old fogey. I'm hard to listen to. I'm a pain in the arse, but I have to tell you, I'm genuinely getting more excited every video we do because I think we're working well. And I would be absolutely honored if I can help you over the next 3 years on your career journey. Enjoy today, and I look forward to talking to you later in the week.